WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, with brick by brick we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know it's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
Before we even get started into the video, man, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man, because I got all of the bangers coming in 2K23, bro. Just be ready to see all the best builds off rip. I'm coming hard 2K23, and help me get to 2K, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. But all right, let's get right into this build, man. So first things first, you want to make this at the power forward position. We are going for a Giannis Antetokounmpo build, man. Power forward. Handing this is up to you. Jersey number, we can go with 3-4. Pay some respect to the guy who be putting buckets in, man. Where do y'all think Giannis ranks as far as players in the league? For me, I think he's one of the best, but that's just my opinion, bro. Now, all right, we're going to get right into these body settings. We do want to make this build 6'10". We're going to go with minimum weight, aka 210 pounds. And then for the wingspan, we're going to go with 7'4". The body shape is completely up to you. But in order to make this build look kind of like Giannis, I guess I'm going to go with that defined body shape. All right, we can go ahead and smash continue so we can get into these attributes, man. Now, for it to be honest, this build does have to be able to finish at an extremely high level. So we will be going with a 56 close shot. I'm not really talking about that part. I'm more so talking about everything else, man. This build has to be an animal when it comes to dunking. So for the driving layup, we will be going with an 80. You don't always get those animations that you want. Sometimes you might not get that dunk animation. So make sure you can finish those layups, man. Now for the actual dunking, we're gonna go with a 75. And I know you're probably thinking a Giannis build with a 75. Don't worry, bro. We're gonna make it all up with this standing dunk, bro. This build will definitely be able to finish on the inside. You can get those big man also be able to get those quick drops with the driving dunk at a 75. And we have 20 finishing badges with a gold, yes sir, a gold posterizer. But all right, now we're going to get into the shooting. I know Giannis isn't the greatest shooter, but this build going to be. You know what I'm saying? I like making builds that can do a little bit of everything, and we're going to still get the comparison that we're looking for. So we're going to go with an 83 with the mid-range shot. We're going to max the three-point out at an 80, and you already know we're going crazy with the free throw, man. We're going to take the free throw, and we're going to put it up to a 70. Now, for the playmaking, I do kind of want to make sure I get a lot of good playmaking badges in here. We're gonna put the pass accuracy up to an 85. We do want to make sure we have that gold bullet passer. I understand Giannis isn't necessarily known as a playmaker, but he does get the job done on that side of the ball as well. We're gonna go with a 72 for the ball handle. And then for the speed with ball, we can go with a 52. And the reason why we're going with a 52 is because I do want quick first step, but I also want to be able to get a decent amount of playmaking badges. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we actually get into the badges that I'm going to put on this build to make this build just oh so special. Now, for the interior defense, because Giannis does play defense on all levels, we can go ahead and put that up to an 80. But the perimeter defense, we're going to put that on there too. We're going to go to a 76. Now for the steal, you want to make sure every build you make has the ability to play the passing lanes. And I do think the best thing, like the best budget badge as far as passing lane goes, is definitely a silver interceptor. You do not want to miss out on that badge for sure. But that is one of the places, if you don't really reach for the passing lane steals like that, you could probably get away with not having it. Now for the rebounding, we're just gonna go ahead and max out both offensive and defensive rebounds. We can get both at an 85, and at the 4, that's pretty good, man. You can definitely help the center out, help them box out. If you feel like you're having a little bit of trouble boxing out, just put box up higher, you know what I'm saying? Or put box out, assist, strength down, and you know, it'll kind of stop you from just boxing out the closest man and being able to close out on who you really want to. And of course, on this build, we do not want to sacrifice the physicals in order to get, you know, a little more badge points. So we will be making sure we max out that speed, take the acceleration up. You definitely want to have strength on this build. And the vertical, make sure you go 75 because that goes along with the standing dunk being at a 90, so you can unlock those elite big man contact dunks. And then for the rest of the points, we will be putting it all on stamina, bro. And it gets you a 98 stamina. And like I said earlier, this build is a power forward, but if you're playing like a small ball lineup, and for some reason on this 6'10 build, you do end up guarding the actual center on the other team, you will be okay to do that. The rebounding is good enough. The strength is good enough. Like, you'll be okay. But at the 4 is where this build really excels. It'll definitely be able to get it done on that side. But all right, let's go ahead and look at these takeovers, man. So the takeovers, we got shot creating, sharpshooting, rim protecting, and glass cleaning. For me personally, I'm going to go ahead and put spot up on there, and then I am definitely going to go with paint intimidation. I just like how that badge works. You can also go with interior badge drop. That helps a lot, dropping those badges on people in the paint, because you know big men get their badges so easy. So you want to go ahead and drop those badges if you want to have like a little bit more of a competitive game down there with some of those bigger centers. Now we can go ahead and finish up the build, man, and it comes out as a two-way stretch glass cleaner, man. Shades of Chris Webber, Evan Mobley, and Giannis. Like I said, this is a Giannis build. I made it to be just like that. It's probably more so Giannis for the defensive end and probably Evan Mobley for the offensive end. But all right, we're going to go ahead and test the build so I can show you some of the badges that I would put on this build in order to make it perform at its best, bro. But as always, make sure you put on the badges that match your play style. Like, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, Rise Up, Slithery for sure, and then for those last few badges, you definitely want to have a Lob City on and a Fearless Finisher. At the 4, you will likely you'll be in a position to catch a lot of those lobs, so make sure you can finish them. If you do want to, instead of Fearless Finisher, want to throw on Unstrippable, that's also not a bad substitute. So, you know, that's just a little something to think about. Now, when it comes to shooting, I will be putting on a lot of shooting badges that, you know, I always find necessary. You know what I'm saying? Blinders, definitely. You definitely want to have blinders. Slippery off ball for sure, because this build can set screens, and you probably would want to use them to do that. Then we'll go with Sniper. That's obvious. Stop and Pop for sure. Hot Zone Hunter. Make sure you put that badge on there. We're going to put Deadeye and Catch and Shoot on as well. And I feel like this build is complete. I don't see any holes in this game as far as putting extra badges on this build. If you find yourself wanting to be like a back to the basket type of big instead of being like the traditional Giannis type of player, you can put on Fade Ace. I like the badge. It's honestly OP. Like, I heard Shakedown say something about, you know, post fades felt good. They feel good in this game too. It's just threes are just more points, obviously. So people are taking those a little bit more. Now for the playmaking, you do have a lot of things you can do with this. I don't think you need Break Star on Hall of Fame on this build because you're not the center. But if you're playing the center, then I would suggest switching your badge lineup up. But I'm going to put it on gold, as well as a gold bullet passer, needle threader. I always like to have that on my big builds, just because, you know, like, sometimes the defense is close, and I feel like that saves you a little bit. So we're going to go with tight handles, not tight handles, but handles for days, quick first step. We definitely going to put an unpluckable on there because I hate when I'm coming down the court and getting ripped, all that other stuff. You won't be able to get like crazy dribble moves, but one thing that I think you'll be able to utilize on this build against, like, let's say you get matched up against 2-7-3 guys, you'll be able to tear him up driving to the paint. So that triple threat juke, it definitely serve you well. And just to get down and transition, I will be putting downhill on. I'm not going to say it's like a super noticeable difference when you have downhill on versus when you don't, but I definitely think it's something worth looking into if you ask me. Now, last but not least, the badge category that is so important. You don't want to miss out on nothing. Brick wall. I mean, the badge category is defense, but brick wall, put that on this build. It will definitely serve you well. We're going to put rebound chaser on silver. It's really just to help out down there. And I'm going to put off ball and off ball pest on Hall of Fame, chase down on Hall of Fame, and intimidator on Hall of Fame. And then we're going to use those last two badge points to get box. Now, one thing I will say about this build, like I said, I want interceptor. I have extra badges. So if I wanted interceptor, I would just add one of my 9 badges well, not one, but 3 of my 9 badges to go ahead and max it out on silver. I don't feel like you need pogo stick crazy on this build. You just got to be more strategic with your jumps. Make sure when you're actually going for those blocks that you're timing it well. I would honestly be putting all 9 of my extra badges into this category, because I feel like defense is where it's at, especially at the big man position, because you do need interceptor. You definitely want to have, tireless defender. I like having that badge on. Saves me stamina, more stamina, shoot better. You know what I'm saying? And then post move lockdown, maybe ankle braces, depending on how y'all play in your team type setting. So like, let's say y'all play a 2-3, you're not going to be in the middle unless you're, playing a pick and roll heavy type of team. So you'll probably be playing the side, and people love to do that thing where they like a dribble forward and step back real quick on you. Ankle braces stop you from getting broke off on those plays. But all right, man, that's pretty much it for me. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Before you roll on out of here, make sure you do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the other videos on the channel, and let me know any builds that y'all feel like I just ain't hit yet. Some builds that you just really been looking for and ain't found one yet. Cause I like being creative. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the